Welcome back to Theory Hammer, everybody. I'm KevBot, and today we're going to be going into another Warhammer 40k 10th edition index review. We're going to be continuing our series with the Tau Empire. Nobody likes this army, including the people that play it, except everybody seems to have one of them like in their closet somewhere, and every time that Tau become OP, you see people coming out of the woodwork with them. Right now they're okay, I think, and we're going to go over them today. So be sure to drop a like, I don't know, smash it with a railgun, shoot it in the face with a railgun, and then leave a comment, tell us what you think about the Tau, subscribe to Theory Hammer, and hit the bell icon, and check out our other videos as well. We got a bunch of other playlists, and we release content pretty regularly. So here we go. This is the army that nobody likes. This is the Tau Empire. Okay, so this is their army rule. It's for the greater good. It's a shooting ability. If your army faction is Tau, then in your shooting phase, you basically can pick two units. They work in pairs. One's an observer, one's a guided unit. Then you pick an enemy unit, it's the spotted unit. So each time you select a unit to shoot that has this ability, if it's not already an observer unit, it can use this ability, and if it does, you select one other friendly unit with this ability that is also eligible to shoot, excluding fortifications, battle shock units, and observer units, until the end of the phase. This unit is considered a guided unit, and the friendly unit is considered an observer unit. Then select one enemy unit, and that is visible to both your units. That is the spotted unit. When the guided unit makes an attack against the spotted unit, you improve the ballistic skill by 1. If the observer has marker light, then the attack has ignores cover. If you target something that's not your guided unit, you're -1 to your ballistic skill. It's garbage. It's fucking garbage. So, right. Okay. Basically, the way this works, I take my battle suits and I say, I'm going to shoot at your dudes with them. I'm going to then pick my tetras to, like, guide them. And then I'm going to pick your Land Raider to be the spotted unit. My battle suits get +1 to hit against the spotted unit. The tetras have a marker light, so these battle suits ignore cover. Makes sense? That's how this works. It's worded really, really dumb. But that's how this works, and you can read it yourself. But that's essentially that. So, you have a terrible army detachment rule. This is what it is. If your army faction is this, ethereal models are in your army, then you can't have Farsight, and if Farsight's in your army, you can't have ethereals. And then you have Kayun, so from the third battle round onward, like, that's your army rule. It turns on from the third battle round onward when the game is winding down. Alright, this is what you get. All ranged weapons equipped by Tau Empire models from your army have a sustained hits 1, while you're guided, you have sustained hits 2. So it's an awesome ability, it's just, it's by the time all your shit's dead, it's not really that great, you know what I'm saying? So, these are your stratagems. You got Stim Injector. It's a War Gear strat for 1 CP. It happens in your fight phase or your opponent's shooting phase. Okay. Just after an enemy unit has selected its target. You target a battle suit unit from your army that was being attacked, and you get a 6-up Feel No Pain. Then you have Strike and Fade, basically the only stratagem you care about. This happens in your shooting phase. It's 1 CP, and it's Strategic Ploy. So, your shooting phase, 1 Tau Empire battlesuit unit from your army that can fly, whose attacks have been resolved this phase. If your unit is not within engagement range of any enemy units, it can make a normal move, and if it does, it cannot declare a charge. So, move, shoot, move. Coordinated to engage. This is 1 CP battle tactics in your shooting phase. 1 Tau Empire unit from your army that has been selected as an observer unit. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets their spotted unit, improve the ballistic skill characteristic of that attack by 1, and if your unit has the marker light keyword, you get ignores cover. So basically you get the guided ability on both the spotter and the guided unit. Or whatever. You know what I mean. Both your units get the ability instead of just one of them. Point Blank Ambush. This is 1 CP battle tactics in your shooting phase. 1 Tau Empire unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot until the end of the phase. Each time a model in your unit makes a ranged attack that targets an enemy unit within 9 inches. Improve the armor penetration by 1. It's awesome. That's great. Wait, there's a restriction here. You cannot use the stratagem during the first or second battle round. Okay, so it's actually terrible. So then you have Photon Grenades. These are War Gear stratagems for 1 CP. This happens in your opponent's charge phase, just after an enemy unit has declared its targets. You target 1 Tau Empire Grenades unit from your army that was selected as the target of the charge, and then that enemy unit takes a battle shock test and subtracts 2 from the charge roll that it makes. The last one that you get is a strategic ploy for 1 CP called Combat Embarkation. This happens in your opponent's charge phase, just after an enemy unit has declared a charge. You target 1 Tau Empire infantry unit from your army that was selected as a target of the charge, and a friendly transport. Your unit can embark within that transport. If it does, your opponent can select new targets for the charge. The restriction is that every model in your Tau Empire infantry unit must be within 3 inches of that transport, and there must be sufficient transport capacity to embark the entire unit. There you go. So those are your stratagems. That one's okay if your unit hasn't died to being shot at because it's toughness 3 with a 4-up save. Then you can re-embark into your transport that hopefully lived. Okay, so this is what you got. I know I give... yeah, it's a lot of shit, but here are your enhancements. You got one good one. It's Exemplar of the Cayune. Tau Empire model only, while the bear is leading a unit. That unit's detachment ability takes effect from the second battle round onward instead of the third. So your army turns on, your ability for your army turns on turn 2 instead of turn 3. For one unit. Precision of the Patient Hunter, Tau Empire model only. When the bear makes a ranged attack, add 1 to the hit roll. From the third battle round onward, add 1 to the wound roll. Like, give me a fucking break. Pure-Tide Ean Grimm Neurochip, Tau Empire model only. Once per turn, you can use a stratagem on the bear's unit, even if you have already used that stratagem on a different unit this phase. Doesn't discount it, it just lets you use it again. So I will pass on that one and go to the next one. This is Through Unity Devastation, Tau Empire model only. While this model is leading a unit, each time that unit is an observer unit, until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in their guided unit have lethal hits when they target the spotted unit. So 6 is auto wound. That's really good. It just can only go on a few guys. So this one's good. Exemplar of the Cayune is good. That's what you got for your enhancements. So huge giant symbol in front of the cool awesome picture. Huge giant symbol plus cool awesome picture equals shitty picture. So the drones are different as well, and this change is good and bad in different ways. They're just tokens now. I don't even put them on the table. No one said anything so far. No one's going to say anything, and if they do, well, I'm just going to tell them they're wrong. So the way that these work is that they just give you abilities. They give whoever takes it an ability. Normally what you're going to take is shield drones and marker drones, and even marker drones aren't that useful because most things that need marker lights already have marker lights. It's just that the marker drone also gives you the ability to advance and also be an observer, because you're eligible to shoot in that case. So, yeah. Here's what they do. A guardian drone. Each time a model makes an attack that targets the bear's unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. Gun drone. You get a terrible weapon, we're going to move on to the marker drone. The bear's unit has the marker light keyword and can act as an observer unit for another unit even if it advanced. Missile drone. You got a missile thing, which is actually not bad. It's 2 shots, BS 5, but it's strength 7, AP 2, damage 2. And then shield drone, add 1 to the bear's wound characteristic. Alright, moving on. Oh, that picture again? Cool. I got a double dose of shit today. Alright, Commander Shadow Sun. So she moves 10, she's toughness 4, she's got a 3-up save, she's got 6 wounds, she's leadership 6 and OC 1. She has like 5 different guns. She has a Fletch launcher, it's 18-inch range and 5 attacks. Everything she has hits on 2s except for her pistol. But whatever. Alright, so she hits on 2s, strength 3 with 5 shots, AP 0, 1 damage. High energy fusion blaster, she has 2 of them. They're melta 2 with an 18-inch range, 1 shot, strength 10, AP 4, D6 damage. Light missile pod, 24-inch range, 2 shots, strength 7, AP 0, damage 2. And then for her melee, she has 3 attacks at weapon skill 4, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. She has infiltrators, lone operatives, and stealth. She is for the greater good. And then agile combatant. This model is eligible to shoot in a turn in which it fell back. She has hero of the empire. It's an aura. While a friendly Tau Empire unit is within 6, anytime they make a ranged attack specifically, they reroll the hit roll of 1. It's not any attack, but reroll 1's in a 6-inch aura with a lone operative. Awesome. War gear. Advanced guardian drone. Each time a ranged attack targets the bear, subtract 1 from the wound roll. And then command uplink drone. While a friendly Tau Empire unit is within 6 inches of the bearer, each time you select that unit as the target of a stratagem, roll a dice on a 5-up, you gain a CP. She's got a 5-up invuln. No war gear options. She has a Fletch launcher, 2 high-energy fusion blasters, a light missile pod, pulse pistol, battlesuit fist, advanced guardian drone, and a command link drone. That is so much equipment. She must be your warlord if she is in your army, and she is infantry fly character epic hero battlesuit. Commander Farsight, lore-wise, this guy is like the direct rival of Shadow Sun. He moves 10 with toughness 5 and a 3-up save, 6 wounds, leadership 6, OC 2. He has a high-intensity plasma rifle and a dawn blade. His plasma rifle is a ranged weapon, 24 inches, 2 shots. Everything he has hits on 2s. This is strength 8 AP 3 and damage 3. So it's just a 2-shot plasma rifle. Every other plasma rifle in this army has 1 shot. In melee, he has 4 attacks, hitting on 2s at strength 10, AP 2, and damage 3. Or he has 8 attacks at strength 6, AP 1, and damage 1. He's got deep strike, he's got leader, he's got for the greater good. And then Way of the Short Battle. While this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack that targets an enemy unit within 9 inches, add 1 to the wound roll. Not a range attack, just any attack. Aggressive Offensive. Once per battle, when this model is selected to fight, it can use this ability. If it does, until the end of the phase, each time it makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll and you can reroll the wound roll. So reroll hit, reroll wound, +1 to wound. He should be able to kill something. He's got a 4-up invuln. He has no war gear, just has his high-intensity plasma rifle and a dawn blade. He can be attached to battle suits, like crisis suits. He's a vehicle. He's a walker, fly, character, epic hero, battle suit. And then you got your commander in crisis battle suit. He's the worst one of the bunch. He moves 10, toughness 5 with a 3-up save and 5 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 2. I'm just going to go over this one time, because these weapons we're going to see a bunch of times, and it's going to take forever. So, Air-Bursting Fragmentation Projector. It's a blast weapon with indirect fire with a 24-inch range. It's D6 shots. It's hitting on 3s because he's a commander. Strength 3, AP 0, damage 1. Terrible. Delete it from your memory. Burst Cannon. 18-inch range with 4 shots. Strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Cyclic Ion Blaster. This is either standard or overcharged. It's kind of like the Tau Plasma Rifle. Alright, so it's 18-inch range either way and 3 shots. If you don't overcharge it, it's strength 7, AP 1, damage 1. If you do overcharge it, it's strength 8, AP 2, damage 2. So, 3 shots, strength 8, AP 2, damage 2. Pretty good. Fusion Blaster, Melta 2, 12-inch range, 1 shot. Strength 9, AP 4, damage D6. It's identical to a Melta gun. Missile Pod, 30-inch range with 2 shots. Strength 7, AP 1, damage 2. Plasma Rifle, 24-inch range, 1 shot. Strength 8, AP 3, damage 3. And then Flamer, ignores cover, Torrent, D6 shots at 12-inch range, Strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. Battlesuit Fist, 3 attacks, hits on 4s, Strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Deep Strike, leader for the greater good. And then Crisis Commander, while he's leading a unit, each time that unit makes a ranged attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. It's terrible. Just take Shadow Sun, keep her nearby. So war gear abilities, this is also the same for like all the battlesuit people, commanders, battlesuit crisis dudes, all of them, they can all take these abilities. They are our battlesuit support system. The bearer's unit is eligible to shoot in a turn in which it fell back, but when doing so, only models equipped with this war gear can make ranged attacks. Alright. Shield generator. The bearer has a 4+ invulnerable save. And then weapon support system. Each time the bearer makes a ranged attack, you can ignore any or all modifiers to the hit roll. So, he comes with a burst cannon and battlesuit fists, and he can be attached to crisis battlesuits. His options are a lot. This model's burst cannon can be replaced with one of the following: air bursting frag, battlesuit support system, cyclic ion blaster, fusion blaster, missile pod, plasma rifle, shield generator, Tau flamer, weapon support system. Then, this model can be equipped with up to 2 of the following and can take duplicates: a gun drone, a marker drone, or shield drone. Just take 2 shield drones. Maybe a marker drone and a shield drone. Give you 6 wounds and marker light if you ever guide a unit. And then it can be equipped with up to 3 of the following and can take duplicates: airbursting frag, battlesuit support system, burst cannon, cyclic ion blaster, fusion, missile pod, plasma, shield gen, flamer, support system, weapon support system. So if anything has an asterisk, you're going to have duplicates of that, which is going to be a shield gen, weapon support system, and battlesuit support system, and the airbursting frag, which is the dumbest fucking thing on the datasheet. It's garbage. Why would you... whatever. So the drones can be found... Okay, yeah. So, that's this guy. He is a vehicle walker fly character battlesuit. Now, you may be wondering why he's so bad, and it's more because the other ones are just so much better. The commander in Enforcer battlesuit has 8-inch move and toughness 5 with a 2+ save, 6 wounds base, leadership 7, OC of 2. He has airbursting frag, so he's got the same exact guns. I'm not going over this again. There's like 100 different times to go over this. So he's got deep strike, leader, and for the greater good. He is the Enforcer commander. He will enforce the greater good. While he's leading a unit, each time a ranged attack targets that unit, worsen the armor penetration by 1. Ranged attack only, though. So, in combat, he's not getting his ability. Not great to have something that's only applicable in combat when Tau... You're just trying to get in combat with Tau all the time. He also has the battlesuit support system, so that's the fallback and shoot with his stuff. Shield gen's the 4-up invuln, and the weapon support system is ignore modifiers to the hit roll on just him. Alright, so he's got the exact same war gear options. He comes with the exact same weapons, and he can be attached to the exact same units. He even has the exact same keywords. This is the best one. This is the Cold Star Commander. Moves 12, toughness 5 with a 3-up save and 6 wounds. Leadership 7 and OC of 2. Same exact guns, same exact combat. Deep strike leader for the greater good. But his ability is that when he's leading a unit, models in that unit have a move characteristic of 12, and their weapons have assault, so they can advance and shoot. And because the only thing that these guys can attach to is battlesuit things, the crisis battlesuits, their ability is that when they advance, they just automatically go 6 inches. So you attach this guy to that unit, they move 18 inches, and then they shoot you, and then they move 12 more inches with their stratagem, and it's your turn. So that's what these guys do. They have the same war gear abilities, so the battlesuit support system, shield gen, weapon support system, same exact war gear options, and they come with the same things, and they can be attached to the same things, and they, again, check this out, right? They've got the same keywords. Alright, so that's the Cold Star. Next is your Cadre Fireblade. He moves 6 with toughness 3 and a 4-up save. He's got 3 wounds and leadership 7, OC 1. He has a Fireblade Pulse Rifle, it's rapid fire 1, 30 inches with just a single shot, BS 3, strength 5, AP 0, damage 2. He has a close combat weapon, 3 attacks, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1, hits on 4s. He's a leader. He has 4 of the greater good and then volley fire. While he's leading a unit, add 1 to the attack's characteristic of ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit. Then crack shot. Each time this model makes an attack on a critical wound, that attack has an armor penetration characteristic of 3. Okay, so whatever. He's kind of mid. He can take drones, and he's got a pulse rifle and his combat weapon. He can be attached to breachers or strikes. He's infantry character with grenades, so he's less mid because he has grenades. Kroot Shaper. Fine, I'll fucking read it. I was just about to skip it. He moves 7, toughness 3, 6-up save, 3 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 1, Kroot Rifle, rapid fire 1, 24-inch range with 1 shot. It's a bolter. Pulse Rifle, rapid fire 1, 30-inch range. It's strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. He hits on 4s for shooting. In combat, he hits on 2s with 3 attacks. Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Like, why does he exist? You piss me off. He's a leader. He's Scout 7 inches, and he has stealth. Scout 7 inches is nice. The Shaper commands. While this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have Feel No Pain 6+. If models in that unit destroy an enemy unit in the fight phase until the end of the battle, while this model is leading that unit, they have the 4-up Feel No Pain instead. Each time this model ends a charge, till the end of the turn, add 3 to the attacks of its Ritual Blade. It's strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Give me a fucking break. That's not an ability. That's a waste of words. Alright, so what do? You don't do shit. He can replace his Kroot Rifle with 1 Pulse Rifle. This guy just makes me angry, and it annoys me that I have to spend time talking about him. He's so fucking ugly. I hate Kroot. He has a Kroot Rifle and a Shaper's Blade. He can be attached to Kroot. He's a character, has grenades, and is infantry. That is his only redeeming quality, is that he has grenades. Ethereal. This is an HQ you might actually use. It moves 6 and his toughness is 3. Has a 5-up invuln and a 5-up save with 3 wounds. Leadership 6 and OC 1. Honor Stave is 2 attacks on 4s. Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage, and that's a combat weapon. That's all he's got. He's a leader. He has Failure's not an option. While he's leading a unit, they have 5-up Feel No Pain. So, automatically, right off the bat, just better ability than the Shaper. Coordinated leadership in your command phase, roll a d6, and on a 4-up you gain 1 CP. Hover drone, he has fly and a move characteristic of 10. Alright, he's got an honor stave. He can be attached to breachers and strike guys. He can have a hover drone, and then he can have 2 drones in any combination here. Gun drone, marker drone, shield drone. You'll probably give him 2 shield drones. Maybe 1 marker, 1 shield, but probably just 2 shield. He's infantry character and ethereal. Alright, so now you have Anva. This is like the most durable unit in the game, point for point. Like the whole game, this thing is crazy durable. So Anva, move 6, toughness 3 with a 5-up save. It has a 4-up invuln though. It's got 5 wounds and leadership 7 and an OC of 1. He then has 2 ethereal guard. They also move 6 and have the same toughness, same save. They have 2 wounds apiece, leadership 7 and an OC of 1. So, he has got a close combat weapon that hits on a 6+. It's strength 2, AP 0, and 1 damage. 1 whole attack. Then you have the Supreme Honor Blades. That's 3 attacks each, hitting on 3s. Strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. The unit has Lone Operative. And then they have the Duality Shield. So once per battle, each time an attack targets this unit, it can use this ability. If it does, until the end of the phase, models in this unit have a 2-up invulnerable save. Get fucked. Paradox of Duality. Each time an attack targets this unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll and subtract 1 from the wound roll. Double get fucked. Get DP'd. Alright, Supreme Loyalty. While a friendly Tau Empire unit is within 6 inches, each time it takes a Battle Shock test, add 1 to the test, so he's basically leadership 6. But dude, like, this thing is 65 points for this whole unit of 3 little models. They're -1 to hit. They're -1 to wound. They have a 4-up invulnerable save all the time. And then once per game, you get a 2-up invuln. So let me explain the way that this works. It's a lone operative, so you can't target it. Once you can target it, you're going to put like 10 bolters into it. You'll get like 14 hits, not even. You'll get 10 hits because he's -1 to hit. You'll get 5 wounds because he's -1 to wound. He's got a 4-up invuln, so you'll take 2 damage and you'll kill a guard, maybe. That's shooting 20 bolter shots. So that's just to put it into perspective. You shoot a couple of like good weapons at him, some strength 5, like some heavy bolter stuff. Let's say you get 6 heavy bolter shots at this guy. All right, now you're -1 to hit. Only half of them hit. You're -1 to wound. Only 1 or 2 will wound. I got a 4-up invuln. You're only going to kill 1 guy. I still have another guy and a 5 wound guy. So you actually have to dedicate a lot of shooting to kill this unit. And then once you do, you won't kill it all the way. And then Anva will go, I'm going to have 2-up invuln, and then he's going to charge your Imperial Knight, and you can't do anything. So that's how Anva works. He's really, really funny. He has a close combat weapon. He's got his 2 guards and himself. And that's it. They have their Supreme Honor Blades. They're all infantry, but Anva is the character, the epic hero, the man, the myth, the legend. Anshi, he moves 6, he's toughness 3 with a 6+ save, he's got 3 wounds, leadership 7 and OC of 1, he has fidelity, it's sustained hits 1 with 6 attacks, strength 5, AP 1, damage 2, weapon skill 3, not a bad weapon in combat, 6 attacks with it. Wish it hit on 2s, but it doesn't. He has leader, he has inspirational defiance while he's leading a unit, add 1 to the objective control characteristic of models in that unit, and then martial warrior, each time he's selected to fight, select 1 of the following abilities to be active. So, precision, devastating wounds, sustained hits 2, instead of sustained hits 1. He's got a 5-up invuln. I wish he had more wounds. He's got fidelity, he can be attached to Kroot, breachers, and strike teams. He's infantry character, epic hero, ethereal. Then you got Dark Strider. He moves 7, he's toughness 3, 4-up save, 3 wounds, leadership 7, and OC 1. He has shade, he's throwing shade. It's assault, it's 18. 2 shots, BS 2, strength 5, AP 0, damage 2. Close combat weapon, whatever. Infiltrators, leader, scouts 7 inches. For the greater good. And structural analyzer. While this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack, add 1 to the wound roll. Great. Jammer array thing. Enemy units that are set up on the battlefield from reserves cannot be set up within 12 inches of this model. They should have made it like, if this model is attached to a unit, enemy units that are set up on the battlefield from reserves cannot be set up within 12 inches of models from this unit. It should be the whole unit. But it's not. He's infantry character, epic hero with a marker light. He's got shade, he's throwing shade, and he's got his close combat weapon. He can be attached to pathfinders. No war gear, just an infantry character, epic hero with a marker light. Alright, long strike. He's movement of 10, toughness of 10, 3-up save, 14 wounds, leadership 7, and OC of 3. He's a tank. Mr. Tank has an accelerator burst cannon that's 18-inch range, 4 shots, strength 6, AP 1, damage 1, hits on 4s. His ion cannon That's 60-inch range, D6 plus 3 shots, hitting on 3s, with blast. So D6 plus 3 with blast. Strength 7, AP 1, damage 2, or Strength 8, AP 2, damage 3, and that's if you overcharge it, just becomes hazardous. Railgun, devastating wounds and heavy, 72 inches, 1 shot, 3 plus to hit. Strength 20, AP 5, D6 plus 6 damage. Seeker missile, that's just 1 shot. It's a 1 shot per battle. 48-inch range, hits on 4, strength 14, AP 3, D6 plus 1 damage. Twin pulse carbine, that's assault and twin linked. 20-inch range, what a weird range. 2 shots, strength 5, AP 1 damage, or AP 0 damage 1. It hits on 4s. Smart missile system, also hitting on 4s. Indirect fire and twin linked, 30-inch range. 4 shots, strength 5, AP 0 damage 1. And then armored hull, whatever. Deadly demise D3. For the greater good, armored hunter. Each time this model makes an attack that targets a monster or vehicle, you add 1 to the hit roll. And then targeting array, each time it shoots, you can reroll 1 hit roll or you can reroll 1 wound roll. You can't do both. XV02 pilot battlesuit. This is not a battlesuit. This is a fucking tank. In your command phase, you can select 1 hammerhead within 12. Until the start of your next command phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit have lethal hits. Okay. If he has 1 to 5 wounds remaining, he's -1 to hit. He has 2 twin pulse carbines and a railgun. His railgun can be an ion cannon. His pulse carbine can be an accelerator burst cannon, 2 of them, or 2 twin smart missile systems. This model can be equipped with 2 seeker missiles. He's vehicle fly character epic hero Lawn Strike. Strike team. Move 6, toughness 3, 4 up save, 1 wound, leadership 6, OC 2. Just some basic infantry here. Pulse rifles and pulse carbines and all kinds of pulse weapons. The carbine is 20 inches with 2 shots. Everything they have hits on 4s except for this turret thing. The carbine is strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. The pulse pistol is strength 5, AP 0, damage 1, 12-inch range, and 1 shot with pistol. The rifle is rapid fire at 30 inches, 1 shot, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. They're all the same strength, AP, and damage. Just the range, number of shots, its abilities are kind of different. Support turret. This is indirect fire and twin linked at 30 inches, 2 shots hitting on 5s. Strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. And then close combat weapon, 1 attack. Whatever, I'm not going over that. Greater good. Cover fire. While this model is within range of an objective marker you control, each time you select it as the target of fire overwatch, it hits on 4s. DS turret thing. In your movement phase, if it stays stationary, which it will never do, until the start of your next movement phase, it should never do. Until the start of your next movement phase, you get the support weapon. So if you really want to stay still, you get 2 shots that hit on 5s. So that's bad. But it's a thing you got for free. It's part of your data sheet, so can't complain. You can take them in units of 10. They have pulse pistols, pulse rifles, and close combat weapons. The Fire Warrior Shashui can be equipped with 2 of the following and can take duplicates. Guardian Drone, Gun Drone, Marker Drone, Shield Drone, and then any number of Fire Warrior models can have their pulse rifles replaced with pulse carbines. Infantry Battle Line, Grenade, Marker Light, and Fire Warrior, so you don't need to take the Marker Drone because you already have the Marker Light keyword. Breachers. Same exact profile. Move 6, T3, save of 4, 1 wound, leadership 7, OC of 2. Pulse blasters. These are much better. These are assault. They have a 10-inch range and they're 2 shots. They're strength 6, they're AP 1, and they are damage 1. So, pretty good. If you guide these guys, they're hitting on 2s naturally there. That's pretty good. They can advance and shoot them because they're assault. Great. Pulse pistol, strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage, pistol shot. Support weapon system, indirect fire with twin linked, 30-inch range, 2 shots, hitting on 5, strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Close combat's a thing they have. For the greater good, breach and clear. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack that targets an enemy unit. Within range of an objective marker, you can within range of an objective marker, you can reroll the wound roll. So each time a unit makes an attack that targets an enemy unit on an objective, you reroll the wound. Awesome. The support turret, if you stay still, you get your support turret thing, which just would actively make these worse unless you have literally no better options. They are infantry battle line grenades with marker lights as well, and Fire Warrior. They have the Fire Warrior keyword, might be relevant somewhere. They come in units of 10 as well with their pulse blasters. They have pulse pistols and close combat weapons. And Dude Bro can be equipped with the same different drones: Guardian Drone, Gun Drone, Marker Drone, or Shield Drone. That's what they are. The Kroot. These guys are actually not the worst unit. They move 7, they're toughness 3 with a 6-up save, 1 wound, leadership 7, OC of 1. They have a bolter, it's called a Crute rifle in this index. They have a melee weapon, it's called a Crute rifle in this index. It's 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. So their shooting hits on 4s. Rapid fire 1, 1 shot, 24 inch range. Scout 7, and stealth. So the Scout 7 is what makes them useful. And then Grizzly Feast, if they destroy a unit in the fight phase until the end of the battle, models in the unit have a feel no pain of 5 up. They have infantry, and they do have grenades and Crute. No war gear options, just units of 10 to 20. Come with Crute rifles. And they are infantry. Yeah, we already went over that. So the Riders, can these at least like attach to something? They move 7, their toughness 5, they have a 6-up save and 4 wounds. Their leadership is 7, and they have an OC of 2. They have a Crute gun. It's awful. It's 36 inch range with 2 shots, hitting on 4s, strength 7, AP 0, damage 2. And then Crutox Fist. 4 attacks, strength 6, AP 1, damage 2 in combat, hitting on 3s. I guess that's really what you care about. Scout 7, Crute Packmate. While one or more friendly Crute Carnivore within 6 of this unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. So their combat could be hitting on 2s. These are the fucking weird-ass looking things, man. Little bird, golem, fucking troll, man. I don't even know. They have no war gear options, and they have 1 to 3 dudes in the unit. They have Crute guns and Crutox. Yeah, they are mounted Crute. Alright, move away from me. Get them off my screen. They literally give me brain damage. You saw it happen in real time here, folks. Alright, Crisis Battle Suits. Move 10, toughness 5, 3-up save, 4 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 2. They have those same different guns. I'll go over them one more time. Airbursting Frag, 24 inch range, D6 shots, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1, blast and indirect fire. It's just a garbage ass weapon. Burst Cannon, that's 18 inches. That's going to be 4 shots, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Cyclic Ion Blaster, it's basically the plasma gun, 18 inch range, 3 shots, strength 7, AP 1, damage 1. Strength 8, AP 2, damage 2. If you overcharge it, it becomes hazardous. All their guns hit on 4s. Fusion Blaster, it's melted 2, it's 12 inch range with 1 shot. Strength 9, AP 4, damage D6. Missile Pod, 30 inch range with 2 shots, strength 7, AP 1, damage 2. Plasma Rifle, 24 inch range, 1 shot, strength 8, AP 3, damage 3. And then Tau Flamer, ignores cover and Torrent, 12 inch range, D6 shots, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. Battlesuit Fists, they got some melee hitting on 5s, Deep Strike for the greater good, and then Turbojets. If they advance, just add 6. Battlesuit Support System. The bearer's unit is eligible to shoot in the turn which it fell back, but only this guy can make those attacks. Shield Gen, that's what you're going to give everybody. It's a 4-up invuln. And then Weapon Support System. Each time the bearer makes a ranged attack, you can ignore any or all modifiers for the hit roll. They have the same war gear options as everyone else. These are what they're equipped with. You take them in units of 3 to 5. They have burst cannons and battlesuit fists. They have the same exact war gear options as all of the commanders. Alright, you got stealth battlesuits here. They move 8, they're toughness 4, they got a 3-up save and 2 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 1. They got burst cannons, 18 inch range, 4 attacks, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1, hitting on 4s like everything else in their army. Fusion Blaster, that's melted 2, 12 inch range, 1 shot, strength 9, AP 4, damage D6. Battlesuit fists, we don't give a fuck about that. Infiltrators, and stealth, so that's great. For the greater good, and then forward observers, each time that they are selected as an observer unit, the guided unit rerolls 1s to wound against the spotted unit, so that's a reroll wound source here. Then you got your war gear abilities. Battlesuit support system, so fall back and shoot with the guy with the melt-a-gun. Homing beacon, once per battle, you can use the rapid ingress stratagem for 0 CP. The target must be set up within 3 inches of the bearer and not within 9 inches of any unit. So that's a pretty good ability. Alright, so they come in units of 3 to 6. The Shashvir is equipped with a burst cannon, a battlesuit fist, and homing beacon. Everybody else has burst cannon and battlesuit fist as well. The Shashvir can take drones, 2 of them. For every 3 dudes in the unit, 1 burst cannon can be replaced with a fusion blaster, and then for every 3 models in the unit, 1 model can be equipped with a battlesuit support system. So you'll give the fusion blaster guy the ability to fall back and shoot with it. At least that's what I do. Then you have the big stealth suit. This is the Ghost Keel. Moves 10. Actually, let's go back to these guys. So they are infantry, fly, and battlesuit. Okay. Now the Ghost Keel. Moves 10 with a toughness of 8, 2 up save, 12 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 3. Cyclic Ion Raker is going to be the gun you take. It's either standard or overcharged. 36-inch range on both, 6 shots on both, hitting on 4s with all of its guns. Strength 7, AP 1, damage 2, or Strength 8, Strength 8, AP 2, damage 3. So I take 3 of these things just because they're hilarious and they're lone operatives. But yeah, they don't do much damage. Its other gun's a Fusion Collider, that's Melta 2 at 18-inch range, 2 shots, Strength 12, AP 4, and D6 damage. And then it takes either a Burst Cannon, a Twin Fusion Blaster, or a Twin Tau Flamer. And then it's got Battlesuit Fists. It is Strength 6 and 2 damage in combat, but it hits on 5s, 3 attacks. Nothing great there. Deadly Demise D3, Infiltrators, Lone Operative, and Stealth. So this thing is awesome. It's a -1 to hit. You can't shoot it unless it's within 12. It can infiltrate, and it blows up. Stealth Drones. Twice per battle after an attack has been allocated to this model, you can change the damage characteristic to 0. So you actually have to commit to kill these things. 1 to 4 wounds remaining, they are -1 to hit, and then if you take the Battlesuit support system, which makes it eligible to shoot in a turn in which it fell back, it loses the smoke keyword, which who gives a shit because it's already a stealth unit. So it comes with its Fusion Collider and Twin Flamer. You can replace the Fusion Collider with the Cyclic, and then it can replace its Flamer with a Burst Cannon or a Twin Fusion Blaster. Either the Twin Flamer or the Twin Fusion Blaster are going to be your go-to. This model can be equipped with 1 Battlesuit support system. It is a Vehicle Walker Fly Smoke Battlesuit. And then you got the Firesight team. This is just a character unit that gives you a marker light, basically. Move 6, toughness 3, 4 up save, 4 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 3. It's got long shot pulse rifles, heavy and precision with 36-inch range, 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, strength 5, AP 1, damage 2. And then Pulse Pistol, so it's a pistol, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Combat, they have 4 attacks hitting on 5s at strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. Infiltrators, Lone Operatives, and Stealth, so they can forward deploy. Can't shoot them unless they're within 12. And then they have Stealth. The Tau have a lot of Lone Operative stuff. They have Precise Targeting. While they are guided, they reroll hits against their spotted unit. They don't give reroll hits to the unit that you want to guide. Other way around. That's what Tetras do. Tetras give you the reroll hits. We'll get to them in the Imperial Armor Index, so go check that video out after this one. They just have one dude. It's a Firesight Marksman. He's equipped with the long shot pulse rifles, his pulse pistol, and his close combat weapons. No war gear options. He's just infantry character marker light, so he does have that marker light keyword. Pathfinders, these things are pretty good. They move 7, they're toughness 3 with a 4 up save, 1 wound, leadership 7, and OC 1. A drone burst cannon is an 18-inch range, 4-shot weapon with ballistic skill 5. Woo! Strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. They can take ion rifles. Those are going to be either standard or overcharged. They're heavy, they shoot 30 inches, they always have 3 shots, they hit on 5s, so if you stay still, you hit on 4s. And that does stack with your guided because heavy is +1 to the hit roll, and being guided is +1 to the ballistic skill. So yeah, Strength 7, AP 1, damage 1, or Strength 8, AP 2, damage 2. It's a Cyclic Ion Blaster, basically, that shoots twice the range. It's actually a lot better than a Cyclic Ion Blaster in that regard. Pulse Carbine, 20-inch range, 2 shots, Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Pulse Pistol, whatever. Rail Rifle, Dev Wounds, and Heavy, 30-inch range, hitting on 5s, unfortunately, but it is Strength 10, AP 4, and a flat damage 3. Semi-Automatic Grenade Launcher, EMP. So this has 2 profiles. So the EMP is Anti-Vehicle 4+ and Devastating Wounds, 18-inch range, just 1 shot, hitting on 4s, Strength 3, AP 0, damage 1. It's 1 damage? What? Semi-Automatic Grenade Launcher Fusion, 1 shot at Strength 6, AP 1, and 3 damage, 18-inch range. Okay, combat, they've got there's stuff in combat. Not actually, but it's written there. They scout 7, that's what makes these guys good. They have 4 of the greater good, and then target uploaded once per turn. They can observe for 2 units, that's their gimmick, okay? Grav Inhibitor Drone, subtract 2 from the charge rolls made for any enemy unit that declares a charge against the bearer's unit, not cumulative with any other reductions. Pulse Accelerator Drone adds 6 to the range characteristic of Pulse Carbines, specifically. Recon Drone, the bearer is equipped with 1 Burst Drone, and they have Infiltrators, that's great. Get Infiltrators and Scouts. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. 10 guys in the unit, Pulse Carbines, Pistols, and Combat Weapons. The Sashui can be equipped with a Grav Inhibitor Drone, Pulse Accelerator Drone, or a Recon Drone. 3 Pathfinders can upgrade their stuff with Iron Rifles or Rail Rifles. And then one model in the unit that is equipped with a pulse carbine can be equipped with a semi-automatic grenade launcher. He can't replace his carbine, or his pistol. Right, no, his carbine cannot be replaced. Alright, one model in the unit can be equipped with up to 2 of the following and can take duplicates. Shield drone, marker drone, gun drone. Yeah. Alright, infantry, grenades, marker lights, pathfinder. Here comes another really good utility unit. This is a Piranha. It's 14-inch move with toughness 7, 4-up save, but 7 wounds, and leadership 7 and OC 2. It's got a burst cannon that's going to be 18-inch range, but it's strength 6, AP 1, and damage 1 with 4 shots. Its fusion blaster I like more, I think. It's melt of 4 with a 12-inch range. 1 shot, strength 9, AP 4, and damage D6, so it's just a melt-a-gun, but it's melt of 4 instead of melt of 2. Seeker missiles, they can take 2 of these things. That's 48-inch range, 1 shot. Hitting on 4s like everything else. Strength 14, AP 3, D6 plus 1 damage, and then Twin Pulse Carbine, that's Twin Linked, and Assault, 20-inch range with 2 shots, hitting on 4, Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage, Armored Hull, whatever, Deadly Demise 1, and Scout 9 inches, so this thing can fly up real far and block stuff off. Greater good stuff, Drone Harassment. At the end of your movement phase, select one enemy unit within 12 inches of this unit. They must take a battle shock test. Awesome fucking unit. This thing is 55 points right now, and will definitely go up at some point. It's got a burst cannon, it's got 2 twin pulse carbines. It replaces its burst cannon with the fusion blaster, and they can all take 2 seeker missiles, and you take them in units of 1 to 3. Vehicle fly. Onto the Vespid. They move 12, their toughness 4 with a 4-up save and 1 wound, a leadership 7, and an OC of 1. Their ranged weapon is a neutron blaster. It's assault, it's 18-inch range, and it's 2 shots hitting on 4s, strength 5, AP 2, damage 2. And then Stingwing Claws, that's going to be 1 attack, hitting on 4s in combat. Strength 4, AP 1, damage 1. They have Deep Strike and then Airborne Agility. At the end of your movement phase, if this unit is not within engagement range of any enemy units, you can put it into Strategic Reserves. At the end of your movement phase. So, kind of weird. So, Infantry Fly. They have no warrior options, and you take them in units of 5. And they have the Neutron Blaster on their claws, and that's it. Crude Hounds are pretty good. They move 12, their toughness 3 with a 6+ save, 1 wound, leadership 8, and OC of 0. They got Ripping Fangs, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s in combat, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1. But they have Scout 9 inches and Stealth, so the Scout 9 inches and them being very cheap makes them great. They have Pack Hunt, Hunting Pack. While one or more friendly Kroot are within 6 inches of this unit and are with engagement range of one or more enemy units, each time a model in that unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the wound roll. So if these guys are nearby Kroot and the Krootox Rider guys are nearby Kroot, they get +1 to hit and +1 to wound. Look at them go. These guys just come in units of 4 to 12 with the Ripping Fangs, no war gear. They are Beasts Kroot. And then we have the Broadside. This thing was kind of good. It's probably still good. This is what it does. It moves 5, it's toughness 6 with a 2+ save, 8 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 2. It's got a heavy rail rifle, heavy and devastating wounds with a 60-inch range, 2 shots, strength 12, AP 4, D6 plus 1 damage. High yield missile pod, 30-inch range, twin linked, 6 shots, strength 7, AP 1, damage 2. Seeker missile, strength 14, AP 3, damage D6 plus 1 at 48. Twin plasma rifle, it's a twin linked plasma rifle, so 24-inch range, 1 shot, strength 8, AP 3, damage 3, twin linked. And then smart missile system, indirect fire, twin linked. 30-inch range, 3 shots, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Crushing bulk, whatever. For the greater good, advanced armor. Models in the unit have feel no pain 4+ against mortal wounds, but those are basically non-existent now, so pretty much a useless ability. Battlesuit support system, fall back and shoot. Weapon support system, ignore modifiers to hit rolls. Probably take fall back and shoot. So, they come in units of 1. You can take 2 more. And then every dude is equipped with a heavy rail rifle and crushing bulk. Any number of models can have their heavy rail rifle replaced with the high yield missile pod. Don't ever do that, or I will find you. Any number of models can be equipped with up to 2 of the following, but cannot take duplicates. So you can take a support system, seeker missile, plasma rifle, smart missile system, and weapon support system. The caveat is that you can't double up on the weapons. And then any number of models can be equipped with up to 2 of the following and can take duplicates. Gun drone, marker drone, a missile drone, shield drone. So you're probably going to take shield drones there. They are vehicles, they are walkers, they are battlesuits. Alright, so Riptide. He's pulling you in. He's movement 10, toughness 9. 2 up save, 14 wounds, leadership 7, and OC of 4. Whatever. This thing is like the worst unit in the fucking index. Heavy burst cannon. It's 36-inch range, 12 shots, strength 6, AP 1, damage 2. Ion accelerator, standard or overcharged, 72-inch range, 6 shots on both profiles. Strength 7, AP 2, damage 3, or Strength 8, AP 3, damage 4. Horrifyingly bad. Twin fusion blaster, melted 2 twin linked, twin plasma rifle, twin linked plasma rifle, and then the twin smart missile system, same thing we saw on the broadside, twin linked smart missile system. In combat, it is 2 damage, strength 6 with 5 attacks, but it hits on 5s. Deadly demise D6. It's got 4 the greater good. It can fall back and shoot. It's got Nova Charge. Once per battle in your shooting phase, select one ranged weapon this model is equipped with, and until the end of the phase, it has devastating wounds. Isn't that great? That's such a good ability. It's once per battle, and you pick one weapon. It's a really good ability. And then you have your weapon support system. It ignores all modifiers for the hit roll. It's got a 4-up invuln. If you damage it from 1 to 4 wounds, it's -1 to hit. It's a piece of fucking trash. I hate it. It's the coolest looking model in the army, and it's the worst one that you can take now. Heavy burst cannon. This is a conversation for an entire other video. But heavy burst cannon, twin plasma rifle, and riptide fists. Its heavy burst cannon can be an ion accelerator. Just take a fucking hammerhead. This model's twin plasma rifles can be replaced with one of the following: fusion blaster, smart missile system, it can take drones, vehicle, walker, fly, battlesuit. Get this thing off my screen. Hammerhead gunship. Moves 10, toughness 10, 3-up save, 14 wounds, leadership 7, OC 3, accelerator burst cannon. It's 18-inch range, strength 6, AP 1, damage 1, 4 shots. Ion cannon. So it's basically the same thing that the Riptide has, but not exactly. It actually is better. Ion cannon is blast, 60-inch range, D6 plus 3 shots, strength 7, AP 1, damage 2, or strength 8, AP 2, damage 3. A railgun is heavy and devastating wounds, 72-inch range, 1 shot, strength 20, AP 5, D6 plus 6 damage. Seeker missile we know we love. Pulse carbine we're never going to use, so we can ignore it, delete it from our brain. Twin smart missile system. Alright, we know that one as well. Armored hull, that's going to be, who cares? So deadly demise D3 for the greater good, and then armored hunter. Each time it makes an attack that targets a monster vehicle, add 1 to the hit roll. That counts in combat if it matters for anybody. Targeting array. Each time it's selected to shoot, you can reroll 1 hit or 1 wound roll when resolving its attacks. If it has 1 to 5 wounds, it's -1 to hit. It's got a railgun. It's got 2 somethings that you're going to upgrade. Its railgun can be an ion cannon. Its whatevers can be either an 2 accelerator burst cannons or 2 smart missile systems. I'd probably, either one of them is better. I'll probably take the burst cannons. And then it can be equipped with 2 seeker missiles for some extra anti-tank punch. Vehicle fly. Then you have the seeker missile tank. This is the Skyray gunship. It moves the same. So moves 10, toughness 10, 3-up save, 14 wounds. Leadership 7, OC of 3. Accelerator burst cannons, same deal. Seeker missile rack, 48-inch range, 3 shots, strength 14, AP 3, and D6 plus 1 damage. Twin pulse whatever. Twin smart missile system, that's the one we're going to take probably, or the accelerator burst cannon. It's got combat whatever, and then deadly demise D3. For the greater good, aerial scanners. Each time this model makes an attack with a ranged weapon that targets a unit that can fly, you can reroll the hit roll. And then each time this unit is selected to shoot, you can reroll 1 hit roll, or you can reroll 1 wound roll. So the same ability as the hammerhead. -1 to hit if it's damaged enough. It's got a seeker missile rack, 2 twin pulse carbines, which are going to upgrade to accelerator burst cannons, or seeker smart missiles, that's the one. It does have the marker light keyword. It's a vehicle fly marker light. So it's actually pretty good. It's like 130 points right now, so should fuck some shit up. Devilfish. Moves 12, toughness 9, 3-up save, 13 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 2. So just a little bit less durable than the main battle tanks. It also can take accelerator burst cannons, but it's just in front. It's got seeker missiles, twin pulse carbines, which are going to upgrade to smart missile systems, armored hull for combat, deadly demise D3 for the greater good, and then rapid redeployment. Units can disembark from this transport after it advanced. Units that do so count as having made a normal move. They cannot declare charge. It's a vehicle fly transport that is dedicated. It comes with its burst cannon, 2 pulse carbines. It can take 2 seeker missiles. You're going to upgrade its pulse carbines to smart missile systems. It can transport 12 infantry, but it cannot transport battlesuit, Kroot, or Vespids. Yeah. Razor Shark. This is one of the flyers. I think they have 3. Moves 20, it's toughness 10, it's got a 3-up save, it's 12 wounds, leadership 7, OC 0. Accelerator Burst Cannon again, coming in hot. Missile Pod, so that's 2 shots of strength 7, AP 1, damage 2 at 30-inch range. Quad Ion Turret. Oh man. Twin linked on both profiles, 30-inch range. 8 shots, strength 7, AP 1, damage 1, or strength 8, AP 2, damage 2. Then Seeker Missiles, Armored Hull. Deadly Demise D3 for the greater good, and then Ground Strike Fighter. Each time this model makes a ranged attack that targets an enemy unit that cannot fly, add 1 to the hit roll. -1 to hit if it's damaged. It's got an Accelerator Burst Cannon, Quad Ion Turret, 2 Seeker Missiles, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. This model's Accelerator Burst Cannon can be replaced by a Missile Pod. Maybe. Vehicle Aircraft Fly. Then you have the Bomber, so Sun Shark Bomber. Toughness 9, 3-up save, 12 wounds, leadership 7, OC 0, so the same profile. Missile Pods, Twin Missile Pods, it's the same thing, it's just twin linked. Seeker Missiles, and then Twin Ion Rifle. So this is also twin linked, standard overcharge, same thing, 30-inch range, 3 shots, strength 7, AP 1, damage 1, or strength 8, AP 2, damage 2. I'm going to skip its combat, because we care about that not. Deadly Demise D3, for the greater good. Pulse Bombs, each time this model ends a normal move, you can select 1 enemy unit it moved over during that move and roll 6d6 for each 3+ that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. You know, I'm curious, if you know the flight path and you get out of its way, how does an ability like this actually ever go off? Fucking terrible flyers, dude. 2 Missile Pods, nope, just 1 Missile Pod, but 2 Seeker Missiles. 2 Ion Rifles and then an Armored Hull. Its Missile Pod can be a Twin Missile Pod, so you can just give it twin linked for free. Why not? Vehicle Aircraft Fly. Alright, so, Tide Wall Shield thing. Do I really have to talk about these? I guess I do. Moves 4. Its Toughness 8, 3-up save, 10 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 0, Deadly Demise D3, firing deck 20. Fortification. Alright, so while an enemy unit is only within engagement range of 1 or more fortifications from your army, that unit can still be selected as the target of a ranged attack, but each time an attack is made, unless it's with a pistol, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Models in that unit do not need to take desperate escapes for falling back, blah blah blah, cool. Tidewall cover, each time a ranged attack gives you cover. Tidewall defense platform, if this thing... Alright, so if equipped with a Tidewall defense platform, it has a wounds characteristic of 15 instead of 10. It does have a 5-up invuln. Yeah, it's a shield line. That's just what it is. It can transport 11 guys. Hang on a second. What? It says firing deck 20, though. It can transport... Okay, hang on. If this model is equipped with a defense platform, it can transport 22 instead. Alright, I just had to read further. So, the Drone Port. Moves 4, toughness of 8, 3-up save, 10 wounds, leadership 7, OC 0. Drone Defenders, they're assault and twin linked, so this thing can advance and shoot these. 8 shots at terribleness. Okay, Deadly Demise D3, firing deck 11. Right. Drone Port. Each time this fortification is selected to shoot, its drone defenders will target and resolve their attacks against every enemy unit that is eligible to target. Yeah. Okay, so it just shoots everything within range. So you just fly it up. I wonder how many points this thing is. Just fly it up into your opponent's army. It's just an annoying fucking wall. It just shoots their entire army and does no damage. Just literally waste your clock time. Alright. Fortification. It does fortification stuff that we just read. If you're not visible, then it gives you cover. Just like a piece of terrain would do. I don't even want to talk about these things. It can transport 11 guys. It's a fortification vehicle transport fly. Oh my god, there's more. Tidewall Gun Rig, moves 4, toughness of 8, 3-up save and 14 wounds, leadership 7 and OC 0. Why do the fortifications have a leadership? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Supremacy Railgun, devastating wounds and twin linked. It's hitting on 5s. It's the same thing as a railgun, it's just hitting on 5s. So, strength 20, AP 5, D6 plus 6 damage. Deadly Demise D3, firing deck 11. It's a fortification and it's cover. So, fortification, vehicle, transport, fly. Can transport some number of guys. 11. Can't transport battlesuit, crude, or vespids. None of them can. It's got a railgun. It's got a fortification, vehicle, transport, fly. Keyword. And, of course, it has no war gear options. Alright. Now we have the Storm Surge. I think this thing's kind of good. Moves 8, toughness 11. Not quite toughness 12, but toughness 11 and 2-up save. 20 wounds, leadership 7, and OC of 6. Here are its weapons. Cluster rocket system. Blast. Heavy. 48-inch range, 4d6 shots. Strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Just chaff clearer. Destroyer missiles. Heavy. 72-inch range, 1 shot. Strength 16, AP 4, d6 plus 2 damage. And then Pulse Blast Cannon. This gets me hard. So this thing has got 2 different profiles. It's either focused or dispersed. The focused is 24-inch range, 2 shots. Strength 24, AP 6, flat 12 damage. I don't even care that it's not devastating wounds. That is just awesome. It's 2 shots. Pulse Blast Cannon and Dispersed is also heavy, 48-inch range with 6 shots, strength 10, AP 2, and a flat damage 4. Just an awesome weapon. Pulse Driver Cannon, this is blast and heavy, 72-inch range, D6 plus 3 shots, strength 12, AP 3, damage 3. And then Twin Airbursting Frag, that's going to be a 2-shot frag, so it's strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage, but D6 shots at 24 inches with ignores cover, or not ignores cover, but ignores line of sight, indirect fire. Twin Burst Cannon, Twin Link Burst Cannon, this one has heavy. Okay, so if this thing stays still, it gets +1 to hit. I see. So if it stays still, it basically just hits on 2s if you guide it. So Twin Tau Flamer, Thunderous Footfalls, 3 attacks on 5, strength 8, AP 1, damage 2. Deadly Demise, D6 plus 2. For the greater good, then Heavy Walker, it can move over stuff that's 4 inches or less in height, as if it were not there, as long as it's not Titanic. So it's got support system already, it's just there. Each time this model makes a ranged attack, you can ignore any or all modifiers to the hit roll, and then Titan Killer, each time this model makes a ranged attack that targets a Titanic or Towering unit, you can re-roll the hit roll. Yeah, this thing's pretty dope. While it's wounded, it's got -3 OC and a -1 to hit. It always has a 4-up invuln, so it's pretty damn tanky. It has Cluster Rockets, Destroyer Missiles, Pulse Driver Cannon, 2 Smart Missile Systems, Twin Tau Flamer, Thunderous Footfalls. Pulse Driver Cannon can be a Pulse Blast Cannon, and then this model's Flamer can be one of the following, either a Twin Airbursting Frag or a Twin Burst Cannon. I don't know. Vehicle, Walker, Titanic, Towering. We are actually going to skip the tactical drones because we're not going to talk about them. Kroot Farstalkers. Movement of 7, toughness of 3, save of 6 with 1 wound, and leadership 7. 1 OC. The hounds that I guess you can take in their unit are 0 OC, have a leadership of 7, 1 wound, a save of 6, a toughness of 3, and a move of 12. Vorgite Skinner, it ignores cover and torrent. It's a flamer that's AP 1, so strength 4, AP 1, damage 1, 12-inch range, D6 shots. Their Stalker Firearm is the same thing as a Kroot Rifle, so they should have just written Kroot Rifle. Rapid Fire 1, 24-inch range, 1 shot, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. Kroot Pistol, why does this exist? 12-inch range, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. How does a Kroot Pistol as strong as a bolt pistol? Long Daxi Trabalist. It's anti-vehicle 4+ dev wounds heavy, 18-inch range with 3 shots, strength 7, AP 1, damage 1. Pulse Carbine, we know that, and then the Pulse Rifle, we've seen that a few times. It's a 30-inch range with rapid fire 1, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. For combat, they can get close combat weapons. That's 2 attacks, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. Everything hits on 3s for combat. Their guns hit on 4s except for that Trabalist, which hits on 5s. Ripping Fangs, this is going to be for the Kroot Hound. 3 attacks, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1, and then the Ritual Blade, probably on a Sergeant. 3 attacks, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Infiltrators, stealth. Infiltrators is always nice. Bounty Hunters. At the start of the battle, select 1 unit from your opponent's army. Each time this model makes an attack that targets that unit, they have lethal hits and precision. And then Pekra. Ranged weapons equipped by the bear's unit have ignores cover, and that's a warrior ability. Weird little unit. The unit composition is 1... There's too many Ks. Krill... K... I, actually have a fucking issue. Just read it. There you go. The KKF firearm can be replaced with one of the following. Pulse Carbine, Pulse Rifle. 1 KFF can be replaced with a Dorvite Skinner or a Long Daxi Tribalist. 1 Kroot Farstalker equipped with a Farstalker firearm can be equipped with a Pekra. I don't know what it is, but I just can't fucking speak. Kroot Killbroker, Kroot Farstalker, Kroot Hound, the Kroot Kill Broker is equipped with Farstalker Firearm, Crude Pistol, Ritual Blade. Every Crude Farstalker is equipped with a Farstalker Firearm, Crude Pistol, Close Combat Weapon. Every Crude Hound is equipped with Ripping Fangs. Okay. Infantry, they do have Grenades, Crude, and Farstalkers. Ah, we did it, folks. Thank you so much for watching until the end here. You guys are the best, and I say it every time because it's the truth. So, if you liked this video, be sure to like the video, and then drop a comment down below. Tell us what you thought of the Tau. Like I said, nobody likes them, not even me, and I play them. But they're a lot of fun. They have really cool looking models. They're just, they're one of those armies, you know? They're just the army that no one likes. Subscribe to our channel. Our channel is Theory Hammer. Hit the bell icon. That way you're notified every time we have a new video. Check out our other videos, especially the rest of our playlist here where we go over the rest of the indexes. And then check out all of our Forge World indexes as well. And then check out our other videos. I think that's going to do it. And I'll see you all in the next one.